This is going to be all deleted because, it's ridiculous, right? Okay. Hey everybody, we're looking at a new semester online, and this is the first time I've ever taught a class online from beginning to end. It's probably, it might be for you the first time you've ever taken a class online from beginning to end. I guess we'll find out how it goes. Welcome to the new reality of the pandemic. Here's hoping that next semester everything will be back to normal, but this semester, this is the way it is. So we're getting ready to take a class that I think you can consider a follow-up to the philosophy of law class. It's called Liberty, Rights, and the Individual, and it's a political philosophy class. You'll probably remember that during our philosophy of law class, I mentioned that philosophy of law and ethics and political philosophy all kind of merge together, that they are overlapping disciplines. And you're going to see a lot of how they overlap. You're going to see a lot of stuff that will feel like repetition, but it won't be repetition. We'll be going into more depth on some subjects, in particular the social contract theory. We'll be going to much more depth, and we'll also be attacking it from a different angle. In fact, the two main topics of this class are going to be basically two questions. The first one is who gets what? How are social goods distributed? How are economic goods, goods of position, goods like healthcare, other goods, how are they distributed to other people? What kind of economy should we have? That kind of thing. And the other big question is, well, the book says, it says who? In other words, who is it that holds the power in any given society, and why should they hold that power? So the textbook is this, Introduction to Political Philosophy by Jonathan Wolff. Jonathan Wolff is an excellent scholar, very well known in the field, and this is a very, very accessible book. It's written for people at more or less your level, and it's being used around the world. It's considered one of the best introductory textbooks for political philosophy that there is. You're going to also have to read some primary sources from John Locke, from Thomas Hobbes, maybe from John Stuart Mill, maybe from some others. I might even get you reading some Aristotle at some point. And we'll just see how it goes. Now, you can buy this book in hard copy or an electronic copy, and what you do is really up to you. I'm going to suggest that you buy it in hard copy, and I'm going to give you two reasons. One is this company, Oxford University Press, they use, they're an excellent press, right? Oxford University Press, one of my favorite, absolute favorite presses, but they use a reader called the Brightwave Reader, and I hate that reader. Personally, I don't like it at all. And so when they sent me this thing, they initially sent it to me electronically so I could check it out, and I asked them to not bother and requested the hard copy instead. The other reason that I recommend the hard copy is that you pay almost as much for the electronic copy as you do for the hard copy, but the electronic copy disappears after 160 days. So you get to keep it for 6 months, and then it goes away. Now, if you think you're never going to ever in your life again be interested in anything connected to this class, then by all means, rent the book, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're essentially renting it for almost as much money as you would pay to own it in hard copy. But if you think that you're going to go on in any way into a field where you might like to know some of the principles of political philosophy, then I recommend very strongly that you keep this book, because it's going to be one that you'll be able to return to from time to time over the next few years if you're studying in the field. So it's up to you what you buy, but please get it soon, because we're going to start working with it next week. Now, look, the way this course is going to be approached, I'm going to be forced to use 3 different electronic means of communication. We're going to be using Zoom as our main way to communicate face-to-face. I don't see any other software that's really going to do the job for me that I already am familiar with, so Zoom it is. And I'll be sending you the coordinates of the Zoom room that we're going to use, and they'll always be the same coordinates, okay? The class will always have the same coordinates for the Zoom room. Your class will always have the same coordinates. The other group of the political philosophy won't have the same coordinates as your group. So you need to keep that in mind. And I'll send those to you. Or maybe I'll just put them up over my head right now. The second thing I'm going to be using is Moodle. Now, I like Moodle. I didn't know I liked Moodle until this semester. I've never used it before, but I've been playing around with it a little bit the last couple of weeks, and I've learned how to use it more or less. I'm still not 100% sure. Now, I've established one thing, though, that we are going to do, which is as you read the book, you're going to be asked to do reading quizzes, and those are all going to be on Moodle. They're going to be one of these types of quizzes that you get the mark from immediately after you finish it, and they're going to be worth quite a bit on the final mark, so you're going to want to do them seriously. It's really just to keep you reading. That's the first thing. And that's the second thing. The third thing is we're going to be using Leia a little bit. I might be putting the gradebook on Leia or Leia and Moodle, I'm not sure. But probably the gradebook will just be on Moodle. However, I'm going to be asking you to communicate with me through Leia using Mio. Okay, so and I'm not sure where you'll be submitting work when you do homework and that sort of thing, but it's likely to be Moodle. I'm going to try to bring everything in as much as possible into there. So that's the thing. Now, regarding the schedule, we're meeting on Mondays and Wednesdays. And this week and next week, we're going to meet on all of our days. So we're going to meet Monday or Wednesday this week, Monday next week, Wednesday next week. And then there's a very strong possibility that after that, I'm going to start giving you, I'm going to start replacing one of the 2 classes a week with some kind of video content or some kind of resource that you're asked to look at, and you'll be given work to do that's connected to that. So whether that turns out to be the Monday or the Wednesday, I can't tell you for sure. I'm inclined to make it the Monday, but it may not be the Monday, and it also might be that these things it just gets rotated from time to time. It may not be consistent. So I'll let you know what happens. But this means that the fact that you're online, I really want to make this point because this happened last semester. The fact that we're online does not mean that you can skip class. It doesn't mean that you can just, come in and out as you please. You need to actually attend when you're expected to be here, and I will be taking attendance. And I have to figure out how to take attendance, but I'm going to do it. And you need to remember that you're still in school. Right, so don't take extra shifts at work. You're still going to have as much work as you would normally, even though you won't be going into the college. So actually, that's about all I've got right now. I just really wanted to give you a heads up of what's going on. I will see you in your class on Wednesday this week, and we'll talk about it some more. We'll go over the course outline, and we will just generally find out how the summer's been and look forward to the semester. So if there's anything you need from me, send me a mail, let me know. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Ciao.